Hi guys, thanks for joining. Today I want to talk about something very important that just might help you in future. I've worked in home and business security for over a decade now, and while I have massive respect for the police, I think it's very important to let you know that some of the advice that they give you should pretty much just ignore. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 things that police often give as advice for security conscious individuals and why you should just forget about it, to be honest. Point number 1, and let's get straight into the one that I personally hate the most. And the thing is, I hear this one over and over and over again of police advice that have been given to people as homeowners, and it is just get a dog. Honestly, this is probably the worst advice I have ever heard been given, and somehow it's given all the time. Look, a barking dog, yeah, it might scare off some opportunists, but unless that dog is professionally trained, it's just not a reliable option. Look, burglars know how to deal with dogs, from something as just giving the dog a treat and then, believe me, that dog often becoming their best friend, to much more sinister ways that I don't even want to get into now. Look, your dog is like a member of the family. There's Bella on my arm with me forever. She passed away almost 3 years ago, and I still miss her as much as I did, the day she left us. And the thought of her being in any way in harm's way because I thought of her as some form of protection is just horrible. And it's not it's not a situation I would ever have put her in. Look, if something kicks off in your home, you've got to ask yourself, do you really want your pet in the middle of it? For me, the answer is always going to be no. I'd rather they stole everything in the entire house, which obviously isn't ideal. You should have other security measures, but there's just no way I'd want my dog as any form of a line of defense. So really ignore that one. Point number 2, planting shrubs as a barrier. Yeah, you heard me right. And this one really gets people raising their eyebrows. And the funny thing is, this advice is actually still on a lot of police websites as viable advice to stop home intruders. I guess you could say it makes sense in a way. Some shrubbery that you won't want to get prickled with, but essentially think of this from a real world perspective. Imagine a burglar all kitted up, ready to go, ready to break into your home, and as they're approaching they go, whoa, hold on, there's some holly over there. Whoa, that's a shrewd homeowner who takes their security very seriously. Come on, it's just not something that's ever going to stop anyone if they're looking to get in. You need audible deterrence, not a bit shrubbery. And if this shrubbery gets a little bit overgrown, do you know what you might have done there? You might have created a perfect environment for a burglar, because they love to be kept in darkness and they love to be able to hide behind things. So it can actually work the other way and go against you. Look, if you want to add some bushes underneath your windows, then go for it, but just don't think that replaces any form of real security. Point number 3, timer switches for lamps. On the surface, an okay idea, and the premise is you have maybe a bedside lamp and you have that plugged into a plug on a timer and you can tell it when to come on and off. But burglars are usually quite stupid, but not always. So they'll be able to tell by casing the property that light goes on and off at the same time every day, and quite quickly be able to work out that there isn't someone in the property. So it's okay, but it's certainly not a standalone solution. If you're going to do this, you need to pair it with other very strong security products. Moving on to point number 4, relying on a Neighbourhood Watch scheme to keep your property safe. Neighbourhood Watch in itself is not a bad idea, but you can't rely on it for security. Let's think of a couple of examples where it just wouldn't stack up. One is, you can't rely that when you're at work, your neighbours aren't at work, as an example. So you could get broken into in those times. You can't expect someone, even the nosiest of neighbours, to always be keeping an eye out. And if it's 3 or 4 a.m, they're not going to be up that early, no matter how old they are. So look, the idea is you can't outsource your security to a WhatsApp group. It should be you taking the lead with proper alarms, proper locks and proper deterrence, not hoping your nosy neighbour sees something going on and gives you a bell. Point number 5, relying on property marking. This is SelectaDNA. Essentially how this works is you mark your valuables in your house so that police can identify them later. Now, on the surface, not a bad idea, but the point is you want to prevent any form of burglary, not just have equipment there so that if you do get burgled, they might be able to find your valuables, one, if they look for them and before it gets sold out the back of a van. So it can help police theoretically return your items, but you'd be much better off getting solid security equipment to prevent the burglary altogether. Look, I'm not here to bash the police. Their advice is well-meaning, but they don't install this stuff. They don't walk into people's homes and really see where the vulnerabilities are. And sometimes they think they know more than they do. Okay, just saying it. When I'm assessing someone's property, I'm looking for the vulnerabilities, so I know exactly what I'm looking for and exactly what a burglar would be looking for. And that's why I give this advice based on real world experience, not just some theory that you got on day one in a pamphlet. If you want actual security, it comes down to smart prevention, things like alarms and CCTV. You need to create a property that burglars don't even want to go anywhere near. Hopefully you found this helpful, and I'd be really interested to hear if someone's got any awful security advice that they have heard. If so, drop it in the comments. See you on the next one.